banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 22, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Open man is Antonio Gandy-Golden. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
on play action, Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. D. Ford. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing his lance on third down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And the Bengals have recovered it. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the cat. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. They set up the screen for Sermon. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Gould now out to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Chase, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Check. Watch 54.
On 2nd and a yard. Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first and goal.
Here we go. Can. Stop. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Hey, can.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right there.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the curl.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. from the gun to give to Mixon. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Big 13. Big 13.
Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
11.
Mixon again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. From midfield now, Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11. 11 Thomas.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Throwing again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. Right 80.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance. Does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. A toss left, Mixon looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be taken at the 10. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some space here. And down to the 20. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right.
And Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Sermon.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Burrow on 3rd down.
Now Burrow loses the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A good head down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Lance. That's swung out to Mostert.
Shoves him aside near the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like
defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game, but why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Burrow on play action. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and interrupt. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Joseph Osai
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Working from the gun, Lance getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, it's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Shotgun now for Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. James Washington, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 12, 12, 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
That's the way. Hey, one set.
11, 11, 11.
54.
Now it's Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners are right back in this football game. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So now with with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
This is a ball game now, baby.
Robbie Gould over for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
On first down, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 MT. Safety scraping.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Side. Right 80. Ready, set. Side.
Now Joe Mixon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Lance now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
12, 12, 12.
Now they run with Mixon, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Lance looking to throw it.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Going to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
Here we go. Ready?
Burrow.
He finds his running back, Mixon.
That's what it is.
Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.